Hello people! Welcome to our new video.
Whoosh!
The new Pokemon games are out and slowly more and more people start to play ranked mode. So did we. We checked out what's hot, what's played a lot, and we're going to show you how to counter a few of these things. If you like this video, leave us a thumbs up and a comment so we know you want to see more of this content.
So far we just did double fights, we haven't done any solo mode. But we will do another video about solo modes if you're interested in. I mean, why not? We just enjoy double fights more than the solo. First and surprisingly is Dracovish. His ability Strong Jar combined with the attack Fissure Rend and a Choice Scarf does an insane amount of damage. This attack does double the damage if he strikes first. That's why a lot of teams try to set him up with a Tailwind. Nonetheless, it is possible to counter if you have a Pokemon with Storm Drain, set up a Trick Room, or can hit him with moves that go first, for example Shadow Sneak or Extreme Speed.
The next one is also a new Gen 8 Pokemon, Knäckebrot. He has an insane base speed of 142 and can be played as physical or special wall breaker / sweeper. For that he lacks in both defenses. So a good aimed Dynamax attack on him should set him to sleep. Be aware that you can't block his Phantom Force with a Protect, so you need to swap in a normal or Dark type Pokemon. A Thunder Wave can also slow Knäckebrot down.
Mimikyu. It was in the meta since it was released, and even with the recent nerf to its ability, it's still OP as ever. The reason is surely not only the fact that it can buff itself or generally is dealing a good damage with a Life Orb. No, it also doesn't get affected by the ability of Weezing's neutralization gas, even though the Mold Breaker goes through the ability.
The last sweeper for today is Excadrill. He usually is played with Tyranitar to activate his Sand Rush ability, which doubles his speed stat in a sandstorm. Most trainers equip it with a Life Orb or Focus Sash. The Sash is actually the bigger problem of the two. Otherwise he's often a one-shot with a strong ground or fighting type attack.
The tanks or walls for this week are more or less surprisingly Arcanine, which often has the Assault Vest, so try to hit him with a physical attack. With the Intimidate ability and Snarl, he can lower your attack and special attack. To counter it, you need a Pokemon with Magic Bounce or Mirror Armor ability.
Talking of Mirror Armor, Corviknight is the only Pokemon with this ability, and it is an insanely strong one, since you can't lower his status in any way. Not only that, the stat change will be reflected. He just has an electric and fire weakness and is resistant to a lot of attacks because of his steel flying typing. We suggest to hit him with a fighting or ground type move if you expect a roost.
Rotom in any form, but especially the washing machine is a pain in the since they all have Levitate and are super flexible, it's tricky to get around them. The washing machine can usually be countered by a grass type attack, the heater with a water type attack, and the grass cutter can be finished with a fire attack. So you see, they can defeat each other, or you can use a Weezing with neutralization gas and hit them with a ground attack. Also again, a Pokemon with Mold Breaker will work.
Grimmsnarl is also a great support because of his ability Prankster. He's not a tank, so you can easily get rid of him with Fairy or Steel type moves. He usually has the moves Fake Out, Thunder Wave, Sucker Punch and one variable move. That makes him to a good counter against Pokemon that want to set up.
Whimsicott, the little fluffy ball that doesn't look like anything, is actually a really good choice for many teams. It has the ability Prankster that allows to act first with status attacks if the target is not a dark type. You might set up a Tailwind to boost your other Pokemon, and then if you survive a round with the Focus Sash you can make some damage with Dazzling Gleam. Also, it's a great support for Lucario and Arcanine with Beat Up if they have the ability Justified.
These are the most common Pokemon so far. Other teams you should be aware of are Trick Room, especially with Hatterene, Rain and Sunlight teams. A Trick Room can be countered by Taunt, Flinching or another Trick Room. Since Trick Room always goes last, you need to knock out the Pokemon that could set up a Trick Room. If you fail, no Tailwind will help you. But don't you worry, if you survived 5 rounds the nightmare has ended.
If you have any questions or like to talk about Pokemon in general, we have Twitch and Discord. It's down in the description.
We are always up for a chat. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, don't burn the city. It's easy. Bye!
Tschüss, tschüss, tschüss.